fellas. We can be that mistake. Let's do this. What it do, y'all?
What's going on, guys?
We are Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
Coming at you, well, first of all, today, at the time of releasing this video, Dan just got married the day before.
Which is funny to say because it's in the future.
Yeah. We recorded this in the
I will
future.
have been hitched.
Yes, but as of right now, Dan is married.
He is not.
No, I am getting married on the 20th of November, which is this coming Saturday.
Oh man!
But
you're time jumping, and it's throwing me off.
I
like it. I'm like, huh?
I try so hard to time date this and all these videos into a certain date, and you are just not having any of it.
I don't get it. We're not there yet. I'm not married yet, but I will be at the time of releasing. I see you, future Daniel. Oh man.
But anyway, Lost in the Pond. This is a channel. Also, at the time of recording this, we already recorded a reaction to his Thanksgiving video.
Yes, in comparisons.
So, for those of you who don't know, that this is the first one of what we're putting out. He compares a lot of stuff that happens in the UK and the US, because he lives in the Midwest US. And the first one was definitely very eye-opening, comparing British Harvest Moon, or Fest, or whatever, to American Thanksgiving and Boxing Day to Black Friday. Yeah. So we know this guy has great perspectives on stuff.
Well, he is the guy that has a perspective because I guess he is an expat here.
Britain. Right.
And he knows
what goes on there. So this will be some interesting things to talk about weddings. Yeah. Because we're about to experience them. At the time of release, he has already experienced it.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah. You're trying so hard.
It was awesome, guys.
Okay. Let's just get in the video, man. We bullshitted enough.
So for any non-hitched American gals out there, instead of saying things like, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, just move to Britain, you'll get a much better deal.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to weddings. Under ordinary circumstances, we would now be right at the start of wedding season. For everything you're about to hear, just insert, they had a beautiful Zoom wedding, even if the bride turned up late due to connectivity issues. But assuming that everything blows over, as in the pandemic, not the gazebo, some of you probably know of a couple with plans to tie the knot. And in case they happen to be British and American, here are some things they should know. Our wedding traditions are not quite the same. To gain further insight, I myself married an American. That's not the reason I married her. I mean, there was genuine affection. And my wife was one of the lucky ones who married a majestic accent. Could the same happen to you? Thank you to datebritishguys.com for sponsoring this video.
No way.
No way, man.
There's no way that's an actual thing. I mean, they'll probably correct us in the comments.
I wouldn't be surprised.
DateBritishGuys.com.
I mean, dude, would you be surprised if that exists? Like, everything exists on the internet.
What's that Pink Floyd lyric? Hanging out in quiet desperation is the English way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so maybe they do need some help.
Hey. Well, look, let's just keep diving into this video.
Yeah, maybe skip the ad. I don't know, but...
Oh, is this an ad?
Is it an ad?
Don't give them money. Here they are celebrating 10 years of transatlantic matchmaking. Is there a British fellow in your future? Follow the link in my description for more details.
I hope
in the meantime,
Let's take that back. Okay.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Dust off your hats and have your speeches at the ready as we raise a glass and magnifying glass to 7 ways British and American weddings are very different. On either side of the pond, it's traditional for brides and or grooms to indulge in debaucherous shenanigans in an effort to drunkenly conclude bachelor life. Except there are some crucial differences. In Britain, the bride attends what is known as her hen night, and the groom his stag night, another example of human zoomorphism that will be hard for aliens to understand. As might this, the hen night often consists of the bride and female friends getting wasted and laughing at naked butlers. Apparently this tradition has gained some traction in the US, where male strippers are occasionally hired in the absence of husbands-to-be. For the lads, it's all about the destination weekend. In Britain, stag nights have become stag weekends. The groom and his mates head off to Amsterdam, but definitely not because of the inhalable plant life and legalized brothels. In the US, such gatherings are called bachelor parties. The groom and his buddies head off to Nevada, but definitely not because see previous comment.
Yep. All that's true of bachelorette parties.
Like, if you want to get a good scope of extreme bachelor party, you guys seen The Hangover.
Yeah. I've seen those movies.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
Yes. So that's like an all-in bachelor party.
Yeah.
Like full-blown, out of control, stag do.
Yes.
That's
stag party.
Across the board, kind of. You know, we didn't have that night. We're like, we lost one of our members. Like, we didn't have that night. But no, man, that's how. Yeah,
that's how it goes. Yep.
Yeah.
Facts.
Previous comment. Americans love hats. To this day, people in Texas still cite Yosemite Sam as their style icon, and the baseball cap continues to grace the heads of baseball players, normal Americans, and Vanilla Ice. But there's one occasion when Americans leave the hats at home: weddings. Coming from Britain, I thought this was notable. Back home, there's a significant amount of crossover between how women dress for weddings and how they dress for ascot. Except instead of betting on horses, they're betting on how long the marriage will last. And ever so occasionally, British men, usually the groomsmen, will don top hats. This is less of a tradition in America, where wedding hats aren't a big part of the cultural landscape. To be fair to Americans, though, top hats went out of fashion stateside before the war, whereas in Britain it's still illegal for babies to be born without them. When leaving the maternity ward, we even get a complimentary monocle and brolly.
Okay.
So they have hats?
Top hats, like.
So it's like every wedding looks like Derby Day.
I guess so.
Sorry guys, a horse derby.
Yeah, the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Not the football derby.
Rivalry derby.
Yeah, not that. The guest list.
Here's a scenario. A friend of a friend is getting married. You wait nervously to see whether or not you're invited. Months go by. Nothing. Finally, you hear from your friend your worst fears have come true. You made it onto the guest list. In Britain, there is a compromise. It's possible that you might be invited to the wedding ceremony and meal, but not the after party, admittedly the best bit. You see, we Brits sometimes operate on a 2-tiered guest list. Those in Tier 1 receive invites for the whole shebang. Those in Tier 2 get to go home in time for Doctor Who. So if you can't get out of the actual wedding, Tier 2 is the next best thing. For newlyweds, the reason for the tier system is twofold. One, it helps couples cut costs. And 2, it's a handy way of keeping out the weird uncles and reducing police complaints. In the US, the general practice is to allow all of the same people to attend the entire event. Mum, Dad, occasionally Tom Hanks. But think about all of the weird uncles. Actually, no, scratch that. Think about all of the bridesmaids. Somebody please think of the bridesmaids. In fact, let's do that very thing.
Yep. But anyway, before that, yeah, I didn't know that was a thing where...
What? Oh,
not
like a 2-tier?
Not doing the 2-tier thing. But like, I don't know, y'all doing it like the whole day, or like.
Well, I'm kind of sort of emulating that.
Yeah, you're emulating that. You're doing
kind of.
Yeah. Yesterday he did his ceremony.
Yes.
And like a little lunch afterwards.
Yes, I did.
It was very delicious, and.
It's like a fifth wall. What am I breaking here? What am I breaking?
Just go with it.
I'm going with
idiot.
Listen. Okay, wedding, bow, just close family, but to be determined, right? TBD.
Yeah.
It is the date of our, like we'll send out our save the dates for the reception.
Yeah. Yes, like that.
The party.
Yes.
Just because we're gonna keep the actual thing small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't want that an event.
Right.
We're not trying to make it an event.
Right.
We shied away from the event. The event's going to be the after party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which will be much later.
Yeah, and it'll be more fun and relaxed.
Yeah, as opposed to mine, which is the whole day. We're doing the wedding, the ceremony, and the reception the whole day. And this is because, we have relatives that we don't know how much longer they're going to be around.
No,
and life is short. So
yeah. No, but I get it though. So what Spencer's doing is a traditional.
Yeah.
Very traditional. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to many of those.
Oh yeah. And but yeah,
but I get that though. I get that 2-tier system.
Yeah. You're definitely going to cut more costs.
Well, yeah. I mean, just the way we're having it, or we had it.
Yeah.
Let's just get this shit's crazy.
I think the illusion is gone right now.
What are you talking about? It's the future. Either way, it's the future. Understand it.
On either side of the pond, if your wedding has bridesmaids, there will probably be between 400 and 600 of them. They are normally chosen from sisters, high school friends, and that cousin who wouldn't stop asking, "Have you picked your maid of honor yet?" But Brits and Americans have different customs in this department too. First of all, in America, bridesmaids are almost always expected to pay for their own dresses, making bridal parties the 5th largest pyramid scheme in America. In Britain, the cost of dresses will often be covered by whoever is paying for the wedding, and the maid of honor might not be called the maid of honor, but the chief bridesmaid. And what Americans call groomsmen, the British call ushers, and to be clear, that's not several clones of R&B recording artist Usher. Those are reserved for the DJ's playlist. But before we get to the after party, there's the small matter of the wedding ceremony.
So you're my head usher.
I am your head usher.
I'm your head usher.
Which means I can see them to their seats.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I think I'll be wearing a vest, so it'll match.
Yeah.
No.
Perfect.
No. So chief
bridesmaid.
Chief bridesmaid. Damn.
As opposed to maid of honor.
Huh.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of honor in being a maid of honor because that's one of the most difficult jobs, is to be sure that the bride is straight. Well, not straight.
Doesn't lose her shit.
Doesn't lose her shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, it could be a lesbian bride. Or I'm getting myself in hot water here.
Yes, I was like, I'm already fucking up the timeline.
We're professional amateurs here.
Yeah, 100%. Let's do it.
God.
Here comes the bride, signing into Skype. But 3 months ago, when weddings happened in person, the bride would be the last person to enter the room. At least in America, where she is normally preceded by the bridal party. Think of it as the main event after the supporting act. It's the Stones opening for Prince, the Monkees opening for Hendrix, or Good Mythical Morning opening for Lost in the Pond.
Lost in the Pond. Let's take a look at what Lawrence has to say.
Okay.
In Britain, this is traditionally...
Hey, you made it on Good Mythical Morning.
Hey, cool.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day we make it on Good Mythical Morning.
Yep.
Look at what Lawrence has to say.
In Britain, this is traditionally flipped. Not only do bridesmaids get a free dress, they also get to enter last. So for any non-hitched American gals out there, instead of saying things like, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, just move to Britain, you'll get a much better deal. Ultimately, of course, all eyes will be on the bride. Well, almost all.
Bad luck.
Things that both countries consider bad luck. Black cats, walking under ladders, and seeing the bride before the wedding day. But on that last one, Brits and Americans adopt slightly different rules, proving once more that superstitions are grounded in rock-solid science. In America, it's traditional for the groom to see the bride once Daydream Believer is over, or once the bridesmaids have sat down. That's when the bride walks down the aisle. She's ravishing, so the groom adopts an expression indicating as much, even as the half-remembered words "last night" and "Monica's massage parlor" enter his head. In Britain, the groom traditionally faces away from the bride until she's standing beside him. This is useful because it helps him to stiffen his upper lip while no one's watching. Finally, as they stand face to face and say their vows, all of that good work comes undone in a momentary, undignified wobble. Time for a stiff drink.
Okay, so that's actually not a bad idea. Just stand, like this, coming to the as the bride walks up. And and have it just be like, have this be the face that I make.
Yeah.
I may suggest that to Tracy.
That'd be cool.
And be like, I'm going to show her this video.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are you going to do? I mean,
yeah,
because we're recording this in advance. What are you going to do?
Well, what I did. Let me tell you that, Spencer.
Okay.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
All right, let's just continue on.
For me, this is the real main event. The Stones and Prince have left the building, if not the DJ's playlist, and it's time to hit the dance floor. And if you're anything like me, this cannot be done before you've quaffed at least 3 pints of Carlsberg.
Oh, yeah.
This is where the nighttime bar comes in. In Britain, and this might cause a few American gasps, this is normally a cash bar. That means guests are expected to pay for their own drinks, making wedding dinners the 5th largest pyramid scheme in Britain. I suppose you've got to pay for those dresses somehow. In America, since those dresses aren't included in the budget, the remaining money goes to funding an open bar.
Oh, yeah.
This accounts for why I have absolutely no memory of my sister-in-law's wedding. That's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments below if you know.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude.
This was great. This was very informative. What about that? Come on, Britain. Get your shit together with the bar. Y'all find an excuse to drink anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, get, open bar, have a flare guy there.
A flare guy.
And, work something out, burn it down.
Exactly. But this one, it was very informative. 2 thumbs up, no doubt.
Hey, man, way to make a good balance on perspective.
Absolutely.
It's very informative, and it's very interesting too. I like that idea. Like, you're facing away.
Yeah.
You don't see her walk down the aisle.
Right.
But you have to make sure she's on the same page as you.
Absolutely.
So you're not giving her the cold shoulder on the biggest day of her life.
Exactly. You don't want that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So,
we'll obviously have to work it out beforehand.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
But I like this though. I think it's very informative. Let us know if you want more of this stuff on our channel. I am not familiar with him. I know he has been on my YouTube suggestions.
Yeah.
But I've not clicked on his videos. So
we'll leave a like on it. How about
that?
Yeah,
man.
But,
way to go, Lost in the Pond.
Yeah, thanks, Lost in the Pond.
Yeah, man.
For making these types of videos.
Yeah, I mean, very informative.
Yeah, and thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell, and sharing with your friends.
Definitely.
And until next time, wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose.
And embrace the suck, guys.
We'll see y'all next time.
Later.